Solo Sikoa might take over the WWE in 2026 with his babyface gimmick. Raw is over and it was amazing. Let's talk about it. The main event of Raw was crazy. I loved every second of it. It started with Roman berating Solo, stomping on his sunglasses, and then Jacob just beating down on Solo, just trying to beat the respect into him, or choke the respect into him. Roman gave the Usos some honorary black Ulafalas, and the disrespect for Solo just continued, and then LA Knight, came out. And man, I was not looking forward to this. I really thought that Solo was going to rejoin the bloodline, which I really just don't want, and a lot of people really didn't want. When LA Knight, came out, he took out the Usos. He was going to lock in the tongue and death grip to LA Knight, Roman stopped him, hit a Superman punch, and Roman was trying to make Solo spike LA Knight, prove his allegiance to the family. The suspense was genuinely killing me, and he ended up fingering Roman Reigns, hitting him with the Samoan spike. And I popped so hard, and the pop in the arena when he did this was insane. I mean, Solo is so unbelievably over right now. And we all thought that Triple H was going to mess it up. That Solo, being Solo, gave the Usos a warning shot. And then him and LA Knight, took them out. And this is another part about this that I really like. LA Knight, was arguing with Jacob Fatu. Roman, it looked like he was about to hit the Superman punch. Bloodline's gonna end up on top. Oh, the numbers game got to him again. I thought it was gonna be boring. Then LA Knight, he caught the arm, turned him around, laid him out with a BFT. And I popped so hard for this again. This was just incredible. I love that Solo and LA Knight got to be the ones that stood tall at the end of the show, building to LA versus Roman, probably at Money in the Bank. I loved this segment. This segment was genuinely perfect. It was so widely praised by everyone, pretty much. I mean, this was just incredible, and I am so glad they made the simple, easy decision to have Solo remain as a babyface. He is so over. He is so popular. Man, I cannot wait for this babyface Solo run. This segment was just absolute cinema. Let's talk about Stephanie Vacquet, Becky Lynch, and the Judgment Day. Stephanie and Liv had a short little exchange, and of course the Judgment Day took out Stephanie using the numbers game against her. Becky Lynch came to make the save. That stuff's predictable. It's fine, but it's predictable. But then it got even better when Stephanie started getting aggressive with Becky, not letting her leave the ring. And I love how each and every week their stare downs are getting more and more intense. And I said it last week, I'll say it again this week. This feud is going to be incredible. Genuinely, I cannot wait for this match. Both the triple threat and Becky versus Stephanie, which I really hope after the triple threat, before they continue this feud. There was an impromptu match between JD McDonough and Javon Evans. Javon Evans won. As you'd expect, a great match, but the most important thing came after the match, and that was Big Cass attacking Javon Evans. And I actually really like this Javon Evans and Big Cass feud. I like how their styles are complete opposites. Maybe they add this to Sunday night's main event. I think it would be really good. But what I am worried about is Rusev, because ever since Big Cass got here, he has just disappeared, and Big Cass is now playing the exact role that Rusev usually plays, or played. I do really want Javon Evans after this feud to be going after the IC title, though, because he should be doing bigger things than this. No offense to Big Cass. Let's talk about the two AAA World Heavyweight Championship Roman Reigns tournaments. One of them was Rey Fenix versus, I can't remember this guy's name, I'm sorry. But Rey Fenix won, as I think everybody expected, and I think it's even more clear now that they're doing Rey Fenix versus Penta in the finals. Then we had Dragon Lee versus Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr., which was won by Dragon Lee. Obviously, both matches were incredible, and I think everybody's just looking forward, including me, is just looking forward to Rey Fenix versus Penta, because that match is going to bang. It is going to be absolutely incredible. Then we had a match between Sol Ruca and Lyra Valkyria, and this was definitely the low point of the show. Not because these ladies didn't put on a banger, not because they didn't have good chemistry, but because of the result. Let me ask you a question. Who do you think should win in a match where one participant just turned heel about a month ago, is super popular, has brand new entrance theme, a brand new entrance outfit, a completely brand new character, made one of the top women in WWE pass out at Saturday night's main event, the first ever women's intercontinental champion, super popular, and then the other person just got a win like a week ago, is still in the IC title picture, someone who would be just fine taking a loss, someone who was just recently Intercontinental Champion. Between those two, who do you think should win? If you said the one who's super popular with her brand new heel character right now, you would be right, but not in WWE's eyes, because for some reason, Lyra Valkyria lost this match. Tell me why, I have no clue. Like, this did nothing for Sol Ruca. This is Lyra's first match since beating Bayley. She's been disrespected by not being on TV for the first few weeks after her heel turn, or after SummerSlam, I believe it was, and now she's being disrespected by taking a loss. Lyra, this would have done so much for Lyra. Now she really has no justification to go after the women's IC title. I mean, Sol Ruca beat her clean. I genuinely don't understand this. This is baffling to me, and it looked like they were actually going to try with Lyra Valkyria's new character, but it seems like they just don't care that much, which is just so unfortunate, especially if that was Bayley's last match in the WWE. And a lot of the comments on the Twitter post were saying that she shouldn't have lost. Then we had an incredible segment with Braun Breaker and Oba Femi. And maybe the best thing about this segment was the fact that the Vision was not there with Braun Breaker. It was Braun Breaker and Braun Breaker only. Oba Femi had a really funny line where he actually did a pretty good Braun Breaker impression. Who's the future of WWE, Paul? I don't know how he went from his terrifying Nigerian accent deep voice to that voice, but it was hilarious. And the aura and the meat, the feeling in the ring was just incredible. And we got it confirmed that at Sunday night's main event, I almost said Saturday night's main event, but no, it's Sunday night's main event. At Sunday night's main event, we got it confirmed that we are getting Braun Breaker versus Oba Femi on a Sunday night's main event. That is genuinely insane. And the card for Sunday night's main event is looking crazy. We only have 2 matches so far, but those 2 matches are WrestleMania main event worthy matches. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes and Oba Femi versus Braun Breaker. I mean, that is crazy. We could be getting Roman and Jacob versus Solo and LA Knight added too. Genuinely is shaping up to be an incredible card. The hot take for this one is, who wants to make a bet that Oba loses because Bronson Reed will be back to cost a loss? And I think this would be perfect. We get buff Bronson Reed back. Oba Femi is able to take losses. He's already lost to Brock Lesnar, so we don't need to worry about protecting this undefeated streak. Braun Breaker absolutely needs a big win. It would protect Oba by having him lose because of Bronson Reed. Then him and Braun and Bronson could maybe leave the Vision. This would just be a win all around, and Braun Breaker absolutely needs to win this match. Then we had an incredible, I mean, absolutely incredible incredible match of the year contender between Chad Gable and Rey Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. Like, this was unbelievable. There was no story, there was no nothing. It was just an absolutely incredible wrestling match, and it got so much time. I mean, I just loved every last bit of this. This was a great first title defense for Chad Gable. There was a moment where I genuinely thought Rey Mysterio was going to win when he hit that corner 619, then a second 619, and was going up for the frog splash. Oh my god. There were so many cool counters. I mean, this was just incredible. And I'd also like to mention, the crowd was so hot and so loud all night, especially when Rey Mysterio looked like he was about to win this. I mean, overall, this was just an incredible episode of Raw, minus Lyra taking that loss. But yeah, man, this was great. Now, I think what we need next for Chad Gable is an actual storyline for the Intercontinental Championship. Because as much as I'm loving him just putting on great matches almost every week, we need a storyline. That's going to be it, though, for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want, and bye.